just a few minutes early to get all of my back office stuff taken care of. We're going to tag us and share us. If you are watching this part of my tutorial today, you're most likely watching the replay. If so, I'd love for you to leave me a little comment, hashtag replay, so I know you were here. And as always, if you have any questions or if you see anything that you fall in love with and would like to adopt, just reach out to me in a private message. Most often, everything I make is available for sale or can be reproduced. All right, we're gonna share. It's still so cold here, guys. It's warming up. We did not have to drip the faucets last night. Hi, Heidi, you're the first one in. Welcome. How are you today? I'm just sharing to my two little groups. Here we go. Hi, Shay. How are you? Hi, Mary. Welcome in, friends. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? Oh, my goodness. My little hands are so cold. Maureen. Hello. How are you today? Are you still decorating and putting trees up? Bless your heart. I know your home is gonna be so cozy and beautiful when you get done. And I told you I love your new pink and green trees that your daughter snagged for you. Hey, Crystal. Hi, Ellen. Good morning, friends. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's still cold here, guys. It wasn't as frigid last night. We didn't have to drip the faucet, so it didn't go below freezing. But the previous two nights, Monday night and Tuesday night. Hi, Kathy. Welcome in. Good morning, Crystal. I'm doing great, Heidi. I'm doing great. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, the previous two nights, it was in the 20s, which it doesn't, Maureen, it doesn't typically get that cold here. Well, maybe have a cold snap in January where it gets really, really super cold and dips down below freezing. So this in December was very unusual and unseasonable for us. Hey, Ramona, how are you? For those that haven't seen, I have a few things that are sold, sitting over here drying, waiting to be dry enough for me to ship them. My little project today is like a continuation of them. I'm not ready to be done with Christmas crafting yet, because you guys know I love my Christmas crafting. But these projects are a little bit more winter inspired. Here's my little Piper the polar bear and his bestie Parker, the little penguin. And like I said, they're still drying. Parker, I would say, is 95% dry, and Piper still is wet on the bottom. Hi, Sue Ann, how are you? Sue Ann, you're in Mama's group too, right? Aren't you, if I'm not mistaken? So you might have made this little set. But once he's dry, he's gonna sit. Mama did him over here like this, but I feel like he's hidden, so I'm gonna put mine over here. This set is sold, adopted already, and as soon as it's dry enough, it'll be going to its new home. And the other little winter-inspired goodie I made last week for Debbie's group was this cute little snowman. Last week our challenge was Frosty, so I made him, and he is sold. You guys saw I made the snowflake with the snow globe, winter, winter, winter. And then this guy, little Chili. He's cute. I love his hair. I love his hair. Okay, let's get crafting, guys. Let's get crafting. All right, so like I said, I'm not done Christmas crafting yet. Isn't the penguin cute, Crystal? Yeah, so cute. I could do Christmas crafting all year. I don't know about you guys, but I love it so much, I could pretty much do it all year. So, I don't know, maybe come January, I'll stop with the Christmas crafting, but I feel like all year long, I sneak a little Christmas something in. Thank you, Sue Ann. Yeah. Did you do yours yet? So cute, right? So cute. Did you make yours yet? That was fun. And I just followed along in the tutorial to make mine. I changed up just a few things. But yeah, practicing my eyelashes. Hi, Christy. How are you? Good morning. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right, so I got this cutie patootie cookie cutter from Mama's group as well. It's a little polar bear, or, well, she made it as a polar bear, but you could use it all year long as like a teddy bear. Christy, how cute. I know you already hid your theme and all, but how cute would it have been to make favors for the baby shower and do teddy bears like this? No, I'm not ready to stop Christmas. Yes, Crystal, you and I both, ma'am. I could do Christmas all year, and I most likely will filter one or a couple of Christmas projects in as 2026 progresses. I just can't completely stop Christmas. I love it so much. Hi, Jenna. How are you feeling? I hope you feel better today. All right, so we're going to use this little teddy bear cookie cutter, and we're going to make a little girl polar bear. And my intention is, after I take all of my Christmas down, I put winter up, and I do a lot of snowmen and snowballs and wintry type things. And I put up a cute little 4-foot slim snowman tree in my family room after we take our big Christmas tree down. So that's my intention for this project today, to add it to my snowman, winter tree. And it's black and white buffalo check. I have a big black and white buffalo check bow at the top, and it's all these colors, black and white and crystal and a teeny weeny little bit of blue mixed in. So there's that. Thank you for sprinkling. Oh, hold on, guys. I had moved my desk because Sunday I had all my grandchildren here. We did our family Christmas celebration here at our house at the beach on Sunday, and I had to baby-proof my craft room because my granddaughters are 4, 3, and 18 months, the 3 that came. So I had to put everything away and move things out of little fingers' way. And as much as I could, I had to baby-proof my house. All right, this is going to be the base. So I am going to make sure I pop any air bubbles. Like there's a stubborn one right there. But as far as any imperfections, hey, Christine, how are you? As far as any wrinkles or imperfections, I'm not going to stress out because it's going to be, we're going to make this kind of like a cookie just to give it some extra depth. So as the foam clay dries, it won't curl, because I found that out, unfortunately. New tip for the cutters. Oops, the comments are going so quick, I lost it. They're supposed to make them cut easier. What is your tip, Stephanie? What is your tip? Share with us, please. I did not see it, but like I said, I've been cuckoo crazy. up to and through Sunday, getting ready for the kids, because it was supposed to be this coming weekend, and there ended up being conflicts. So we had to pivot quickly and change it to this past weekend. And I, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday was in panic mode, getting ready, wrapping, finishing handmade gifts, and cooking, and all the things, guys. So it was a great day Sunday, and after everyone left, and I got things picked up and cleaned up and food put away and vacuumed and all the things, this made me crash. Look at what a cute little teddy bear, guys. Would that not be so sweet to make things up for a baby shower or a nursery? I mean, so cute. All right, let me get a piece of parchment, because you guys know I'm notorious for keeping my pieces close, and then I knock into them with the rolling pin and I ruin them. So I'm gonna set that over to the side. I'm gonna come in with some saltwater taffy color. Good morning, good morning, good morning, friends. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome in. Right, I don't think I need all of this. Good morning, Vicki. Hi, Miss Maria. How are you today? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. So where's everyone at as far as your to-do list? I know we just heard Debbie saying she still has shopping to do. How about everyone else? Is your shopping done or almost done? Have you finished all of your holiday baking? I know a lot of us do all of the Christmas cookies and the Christmas desserts and all. I'm probably going to dip out of that this year, because this week was supposed to be my baking week, but since things got moved ahead a weekend, I didn't have time to do all of my normal handmade cookies and baking and everything, so I had to get store-bought. First time in decades, actually, that I didn't do my handmade. This Christmas was different, very different. Yeah, I'm doing good, Maria. I am doing good. Doing well. All right, so I have this large sweater silicone mold. I'm just gonna take some of this saltwater taffy and kind of lay it in there, and then we are going to run our little rolling pin over it to get that impression on the front side of our clay. Hi, Miss Debbie, how are you? Your little pink wreath came out so stinking sweet, and you know pink is my color. So cute. I'd never think to add boa feathers onto a wreath like you did. That was so cute. Such a great idea. I didn't, you guys, I didn't add oil, so hopefully this will come out. It's brand new. First time I'm using it. I'm just gonna have to go quick. Woo! Wow. I didn't add oil to it. I forgot. I'm talking and I completely forgot, but it came out. So there's that. All right, let's get this out of our way. Move it off to the side. We're gonna come back in with our teddy bear. It is a cute cutter, isn't it? No shopping and no baking yet. Wow, Maureen. Oh, you're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. All right, we're gonna come back in, and I'm just finding a good spot on my sweater, cable knit sweater situation. We're gonna cut it out, pop it out. This needs to be oiled a little bit more. It's sticking a little. It's sticking. Yeah, it was so pretty, Debbie. So pretty. And so unique. So unique with the feathers. Oh, thank you. Last year's model. I ordered it online somewhere. One of those online places. You always take a risk though when you order online. You know, I ordered one this year and it came in and it was online. It looked like it was like a fluffy sweater. And when it came in, it was like an ugly sweatshirt. And I'm not even kidding. And it was, one whole side had black marks down it. On the left side, on the front and the back. And it wasn't a sweater, it was a sweatshirt. Now I'm just cutting along where the body meets the head, guys. So there's the teddy bear body with our sweater pattern. So I contacted them because it was like $40, and I'm like, this was misleading online. And the website disappeared. When I kept going back to try to contact them through the website was gone. So I'm like, oh great, I'm basically out of luck. Out of luck, it disappeared. But they, after several attempts contacting them by email, they finally replied back. And long story short, with a lot of back and forth and sending pictures, this is what I thought I was buying. This is what I got. It looked like it was a fluffy sweater. It was actually a screen printed t-shirt. And you couldn't even see. There was like candy canes and trees and Christmas on the whole left side. You couldn't even see because it was just all blotchy black. So something happened in the screen printing process. And I'm just going to lay this sweater over the base of our cookie here. She sure will get it done. Maureen is like the little Energizer bunny. So long story short, guys, I could not believe it. I almost fell off the couch. They sent me a $25 refund. And when they said they were going to do it, I told my husband, I'm like, we'll see. They're saying it, but it probably will never come. It did. It went through. It processed. So out of the $39.99, they sent me $25 back. The sweater mold, Maria, probably, I think this was Temu. I'm trying to think, because I recently just got it, and my most recent shipment, I think, was from Temu. So Temu, you definitely will, Maureen. You are the little Energizer bunny. All right, so next, let's do our cute little teddy bear's face. Let's give him a face. So we're gonna do the same thing, guys. We're gonna come in with some white and do his head. And then we'll give him some eyes and a little muzzle and a nose. I keep calling him a him, but in my stash, I found just a snippet of this ribbon left. That's why I picked this saltwater taffy color, because it matches this ribbon. So I thought it would be cute to give her a bow on top of her head. Hi, Maricela. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Sandy. Hello, friends. Hello. Maria, I can find the link and send it to you if you want. You want. I like that. I had other cable knit sweaters, but I liked that one because you saw it was so big. It was so big. So if you're doing a little bit larger of a project, that is helpful. All right, so we're going to pancake this down. We're going to come in, and I have my 1/4 inch guides on, as per usual. When I roll my clay out, that's my pretty much go-to. I always roll it out 1/4 inch. That's a nice thickness. As far as when it dries, to help prevent the curling. And then, like I said, we double layered this. And when you double layer and give it more thickness, that is another little assurance for yourself that it'll behave when it dries and lay flat and not curl. Sometimes you just have to watch it. You have to watch it. Yeah, I can send you, I can go and see if I can find the link, Maria, and then I can send it to you. I would be very happy to do that. If I can find the link, because you know sometimes on Temu you order stuff and then it goes away and you can never find it again. All right, so I am gonna come back in because I oiled this last night, but it is a new cutter, like I said. First time I'm using it. So sometimes with the new cutters, you have to oil them repeatedly until the oil soaks into the little pores of the filament stuff. Eventually, there's all little pores in the filament, and eventually the oil and material will get into those little pores, and then it ends up behaving. All right, I'm just finding a spot in my clay that doesn't have any imperfections or divots or anything. All right, so we'll pop this out. And again, you see I didn't cut the whole thing. Oh, there was little pieces of gray still stuck in there, and it got in my white. That's unfortunate. It happens though, guys, it happens. All right, so we'll come back in and we'll smooth down the raggedy edges. And then we're gonna come in with our scissors and cut right along that line where the face meets the body. And then we're also going to cut each ear off. I know the horror, right guys? The horror. You will see though. You will see what we're gonna do. And then I'm just gonna go around and smooth it down. Bring our little guy back and let's piece this face onto the base of the cookie. Oh my gosh, how cute. How cute, how cute, how cute, how cute. What a cute little teddy bear. Mine's gonna be like a polar bear for winter. But like I said, if you have a birthday party to plan for kiddos or a baby shower, these would make the cutest little favors. So cute. All right. So I'm gonna keep him close. We're gonna keep going. But for the time being, I'll put this back. How's everyone's weather? Have you had this cold snap like we're having here? I feel like it's across the entire country. All right, so we're gonna use these eyes. You guys know these are my favorite eyes to use. So I'm gonna put one eye here, one eye here. Come in with a tiny little bit of glue. It's been so cold. I had lunch with a friend yesterday. Wasn't too bad during the day. I think it was in the 50s yesterday during the day. But then came home and then it was Taco Tuesday. So my husband and I went back out and the joke was on us. We went to our favorite Mexican restaurant and it was closed. There was just a sign on the door that said closed for maintenance, which is so weird because, I mean, it was Tuesday. They wouldn't on purpose close on Tuesday unless something had happened. So my husband said, oh, it was so cold last night. I wonder if they had a pipe burst. That's the only thing that we could think. Why they would be closed on Taco Tuesday, right guys? I'm gonna just put tiny little drops. Most often, I'll do the glue off and then I'll take a toothpick and put it in. This sometimes can be a little risky, just going with your glue right to your project, but I'm trying to be careful. There we go, here it comes. They are adhesive backed eyes, but you guys know that we all like to just have an extra little insurance policy. All right, then I'll come in with the eyes, and I like big eyes on my little characters. So we'll put one eye there and one eye over here. Extreme wind. Oh, Maureen. All right, so the one little eye, of course, didn't line up perfectly, so carefully move it into place, and then once they're in place, you can go ahead and sink them down into the clay. And it's a little girl. So even though I did her a blue sweater, because you guys know me, I typically go pink everything. But because this is going on my winter snowman tree, that's a lot of whites and blacks and blues, I was gonna give her a blue sweater, but we'll do a pink scarf. We'll do a pink scarf. Hi, Tina. Hi, Miss Ann. Hey, Penny. Hey, Lori. Welcome. Look how cute she's looking so far, guys. So cute. So cute. All right, I'm gonna move her to the side. I think we're done with the cookie cutter. I'm gonna bring some white over again, and we're gonna make her little mouth area. Her muzzle and her mouth. I think that's way too much, Yeah, we're just talking about the weather. How it's been so cold and blustery. At night, like when we go out to take Bailey outside, you can smell like people are burning, the people that have wood burning fireplaces, you can smell it in the air, and you know it's cold when people are burning their wood burning fireplaces. All right, so condition. This still might be a little bit too much. Maureen, it was really windy here Sunday, the day the kids came. It was raining and blustery and windy. I'm like, great, of all days for it to be bad weather when they're having to drive. They're like 2 hours away. And then when they got here, it calmed down. The rain stopped and the wind calmed down. So their drive back home was better. This still might be too much, guys. I don't know. I like a big chunky muzzle on my little characters and my little teddy bears. All right, so then I'm just gonna make like a little, almost like pill shape, like that. And then we're gonna take our acrylic plate from the dollar store. It has a little black mark on it. I want to get that off so it doesn't go into my clay. And we're going to push it down. There's a little imperfection there. I don't like how that looks. Yep, still a little bit too much, guys, too much. I don't want it to overwhelm her little face. So we're gonna cut some off. Sitting in front of your fireplace, wrapping presents. Brenda, that sounds so cozy and fun. I'm gonna hop in the car. I'll be right over in like 20 hours. 20 hours. Oh, Tina, I missed. Were you under the weather? Were you not feeling good? I hope you're feeling better. All right. It does sound cozy, right? I mean, because I had a scramble, because our dates got changed last Thursday, I just grabbed, luckily I had already purchased everything for the kids. There was a few handmade things I still wanted to make that didn't get done, but it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. But I stayed up to midnight. I had TV on and I was wrapping the presents and had a cup of hot cocoa and it was all good, guys. It was all good. All right, so then you can take, hi, Miss Wendy, how are you? Welcome in. Are you at work? I'm just gonna give it a tiny little bit of a curve so it's not just straight across. Just finger press it so it has a little bit of a curve for the mouth and the little, what do you call it? The little cheekers. Oh, hot enough. Yes, Maria. Although, my brother-in-law lives in Sarasota, and he has a fireplace, and they actually use it. Now I'm using the plate again to reshape it after we bent it. I'm using the plate to reshape it a little. Still too much clay. You're off, Wendy. Good deal. Good deal. Good for you. All right, so, and now I'm gonna come in with another. So what are you doing today, Wendy? Are you done and ready for Christmas? Are all your presents bought and wrapped, or are you still in the process of? And by the way, thank you for popping in. I know this is such a busy time of year. Arizona, end of January. Oh, it should be, Brenda. It should be. Arizona typically has beautiful weather. All right, rolling a little ball. And then we're gonna come in with our ball tool and just make a little indentation right in the center, almost like you're doing the center of a donut, but don't go all the way through. Like if you were doing a donut, you'd go all the way through. This one, you don't want to go all the way through. 80s this weekend, nice. So yeah, we're warming up into the 70s, starting Thursday and Friday. Shopping and wrapping. Well, I don't know if you heard or saw my kids had a conflict. Our original family get-together was this coming Saturday, and the kids had a conflict. So then I just took the plate and flattened half of that down. You guys have seen this. You've seen Shelby do her little mouths like this. Jill does her mouths like this. A lot of people do their mouths like this. Then I'm coming back in with the ball tool, and right where my line was, I'm kind of smoothing that down a little. Apparently I get quiet when I'm doing that. So yeah, so our family gathering had to get moved up. And then I'm just gonna put the muzzle on top of the mouth. So now you've got the teddy bear muzzle and mouth. We'll bring our little girl back over and we'll add that. We'll add that to so cute. Push it down. Don't really want it into her eye area. My little muzzle was a little wide. Okay. Make sure it's pushed down, because as it dries, we don't want it to pop back up. Push it down on the sides. Super cute. Take a little. Yes, Maureen, yes. Yes. I mean, I was beside myself. There might have been tears shed. I mean, because I go all out and I plan, and yeah, without getting into it, yeah, I agree. All right, so I'm gonna start over here because I don't want to get into the mouth, but I'm going to make a little line to kind of give it some definition of the two little cheeks. The two little cheeks. Okay. Turn it this way. Yeah. I don't know what changed. My friend that I had a lunch with yesterday, her and I were talking about this. We don't know like what changed. Where back in the day, we would move heaven and earth to go visit family, and it was just an unspoken rule. It was always at his parents' house, my parents' house, and we were the ones always doing the traveling. And now it's the complete opposite. The kids stay home, and if you want to see them, you have to go to them. So I don't know what changed. I don't know what changed. All right, so I'm gonna come in. You guys know, typically I like to wait until my clay dries. Debbie was saying the same thing, but we're here doing a tutorial and you guys wanna see it. So I'm gonna add the cheekers onto the wet clay, but I'm just gonna go light and layer it. I'm gonna go really light and layer. If you go too dark, it's on there. Yeah, Maureen, me too. Maureen, me and you have to get together, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna cry right now. I was so disappointed. Yeah, so it was supposed to be on the 20th, Wendy. And we've been talking about the 20th since October with the kids and my daughter-in-laws and, you know. And then all of a sudden, 20th, it wasn't going to work because Disney on Ice tickets happened, which there wasn't ever really a mention previously in October or November when we were talking about it. So we had to change our plans because that happened. We did. We did. All right, so cute, so cute. So I got it on the shadow on his little muzzle and a little bit on the sides of his little cheekers. Yeah, you just roll with the punches and you do what you have to do for the sake of having the family together. But very sad, because this is my time of year, it's tradition. I do like my grandmother did and my mother did. And the kids don't really care. They don't really care. All right, I'm gonna take my teeniest, tiniest little ball tool and make some freckle indentations on the muzzle. Now that I've got the cheekers on. So cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's coming so cute, guys. I love the cute. That's why I do this, guys. That's why I do this. Because this just makes me, I'm going to cry. This just makes me happy to be in here and to hang out with you guys. And I talk, we talk about things and you guys get it. You understand. There's still some families out there where tradition is important, but most say, oh, my kids don't care. That's how my kids are. They don't care about it. They'd rather just do what's easy. Hey, Lydia. Oh, Wendy. Yeah. So my 2 sons came and 3 of my 5 grandchildren came. Neither of the daughter-in-laws came. And the one stayed home with the 7-week-old, too soon to travel 2 hours. And the other one stayed home with the 8-month-old. Can't take her in a car because she cries. So there was that. All right, let's give her a little nose. Let's give her a little nose. Or a big nose. We're going to give her a big nose. Yes. Maria, I'll be over. I'll have some peppermint hot cocoa, please. And I like wrapping presents. I'll help you wrap the presents. I'll be your elf assistant. All right, let's make this nose. I'm gonna roll a ball to get the crinkles out, and then we're gonna give it a tiny little shape. Okay, all right, that looks good. Flatten it a little. And two guys, I have 2 sons. So not always, but a lot of times the sons are not as good with the tradition, keeping the traditions and all, as if it was a daughter. So there's how she's looking so far, guys. So next we're gonna work on her little ears. When I talk to my friends that have daughters, they're like, oh no, my daughter just follows in my footsteps and she does, you know, the exact same thing that I always did. So I feel like there's that. If you have a daughter, the daughters tend to more keep up the family traditions. And both of my daughter-in-laws, neither of them are Polish, so they didn't grow up with our Maria. I know, right? 40 minutes. That is less time than it takes us to drive the 2 hours to our kids' houses. So literally, I could hop a plane and be at your house in 40 minutes. I would do it. I would do it. Y'all, all right, 2 tablespoons of white for the ears. So we're going to roll little balls. Y'all, because... oh, well, that's what we're doing, Brenda. This was every year, and we even do it not on Christmas Eve to make it easy for the kids since we moved here. So for 3 years running now, I host my traditional Polish Christmas Eve. It's called Wigilia, like my grandmother did and my mother did. It's our traditional Polish Christmas Eve with pierogies and smoked grilled salmon and macaroni salad. And then we go to the tree and do all the presents. And then after that, we sit and have coffee and dessert. That's our traditional Polish. And it's just, I've been hosting it myself since we moved to North Carolina in 1995. So I've been hosting it for 30 years. So this year when the conflicts happened and they're like, oh, we can't come. I'm like, let's just pick a different date because it wouldn't be Christmas for me without that tradition. Now I'm going to take my biggest ball tool and just, again, make like a divot. We're calling it a divot. Kind of like, again, like you're doing a donut, but you're not going to poke it all the way through. So, yeah, it was good. It was just different this year. It was good because neither of the girls could come, daughter-in-laws, and our 2 newest grandchildren weren't there. So there was huge pieces of the family missing. So it was sad. It was good though that those that came were here. All right, so now we're going to take 2 pieces of pink, and I don't know, I'm just winging it, like 2 little pieces of pink rolling balls. And you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop them in there into the ears to make the center of the ear. Oh, nice. Fort Lauderdale is close. Nice. All right. So maybe a little bit too much. Yeah. And I love to do all that fussing, and I love to wrap the presents all pretty and have them under the tree. And I love to make all the handmade desserts and cookies and all of the things. And like I said, it's sad that the kids just, I don't think they're going to carry on the tradition, and that makes me sad. Because like I said, that my daughter-in-laws are not Polish, and they didn't grow up with that tradition like my boys did. And you know, the wives are the ones that do the stuff. So I don't think it's going to be carried on, which is sad. Sad. All right, I think this is enough now. Yeah, so drop that in there. And then come back with the ball tool and push it down in there to make the ear. And then I come back with a smaller ball tool and kind of go around the edges so there's not like a noticeable bump for the seam where the pink meets the white. Just go around. Tool again, and I spin it and I go around and keep forming it until it looks nice and smooth. So there's one. Okay, let's do the other one. That's it. I mean, that's it. Yeah. So we made it work. And I played with my little granddaughters. And I gave them one of my outfits from Fake Bakers Gone Wild. I had this sequin outfit. I just wore the skirt at Fake Bakers Gone Wild, but it had like a spaghetti strap top. It was green sequins and silver and pom-poms and, you know, all the stuff, guys. Oh my gosh. It was so gaudy. I threw it in their little toy box. And I told them that they could play dress up with it. And let me tell you, the 18-month-old is the one who kind of enjoyed it the most. She had the spaghetti strap top on. And then I put the little skirt on her and tucked it into her little sweatpants and her diaper. And she was walking around with it the entire, almost the entire time. She loved it and didn't want to take it off. So adorable. So cute. Okay. And this just makes some really nice, big, cute teddy bear ears. Okay. My one came out bigger than the other one. Oh well, oh well, oh well. All right, so then you're gonna come in with your scissors and you're gonna cut off 1/3 of the bottom of each of the ears. All right, and then finger press those edges down, and I kind of push the two edges in a little bit to form like a little bit of a cupped ear, if you guys can know what I'm saying. And then you could come back in with your ball tool and shape it a little bit if need be. Okay, so then I'm gonna try to, just because you guys know I'm so frugal, I don't like to waste. I'm gonna cut that pink out of the white. Make sure I get all the pink completely out of the white. So then I could put my white back with my white. Most people would just throw these little pieces out. Me, no. I save everything. And then I'll put this back in with the pink, and when you mix it in with the pink, it'll all be good. All right, so let's bring our little girl back over, and let's add her ears. And I am going to add just a little bit of super glue along that seam, just to give it a little extra help with the sticking power. So we're gonna put her big old chunky ear on. So cute. And I'm using my ball tool to kind of smooth that transition down a little where the ear meets her top of her head. Let's do the other side. Hey, Leanne, how are you? Welcome in. We're making a little winter teddy bear, like a polar bear. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Put her big old chunky ear on. Use my ball tool to help marry that seam a little bit. But then, like my husband said, after they left and we got the house cleaned up and put back together, and fingerprints washed off the windows, the sliding door, you know, all the things. He said, look at it this way, Deb, you're done now. You're done. Your hosting obligations, your shopping, schlepping, wrapping, you're completely done. Now you can just be a guest, because we'll go to my one son's house for the actual holiday. And I can just show up, maybe bring a dish or dessert or something, and just watch Christmas movies and play with the kids. Look how cute she is, guys. Look at those big old chunky ears, and they are super chunky. They extend beyond the base, but that's okay. We want them to be chunky and super cute like that. All right, so I'm going to give her a little scarf. I thought I would do a black scarf. Since we already have the white and blue and pink going on. I'm waiting for FedEx to deliver some cartridges for my printer. My printer went down. Thank you, Ramona. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Maureen. Yeah, she's super cute. Super cute. All right, so I'm gonna just roll a thickish type of worm, snake, whatever you want to call it. Take a smaller knit silicone mold situation. This is too thick, I think. Too thick. Let's take some away. She's cute, right? So cute. So it's like a teddy bear cookie cutter, but you could make a little winter teddy bear, turn it into a winter teddy bear. All right, I'm just doing it again and making it a little bit less thick. We don't want that so thick. Put a little bit of a sweater impression in. Even it out. one end off to make it squared off. And then her little mouth comes down, so I'm gonna have to bring the scarf around and down. Around that little section of her mouth. So we'll start over there, bring it up in there, around her little mouth. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Up in there, and then down around this other side. We'll wrap it down, cute. Then I'm going to take my little ball tool and kind of wiggle it up a little bit in that little section under her mouth. So cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, then I'm going to take another little piece and kind of, I'm going to pinch it together on this end to make it kind of almost look like a knot. We'll put it right up in that area there. We'll cut it off. And on the end, I'll take my scissors and give it some fringe. Pushing that down, and then I'll come back in with my ball tool for any little areas that I embossed. And the trick will be, let me get a tiny little piece of parchment. The trick will be, I want to put a tiny piece of parchment under that scarf because I don't want the scarf to dry glued on to her sweater. So I'll put a tiny little piece of parchment under there so as it dries, I can keep checking it. I want it to dry. You can let it fall down and dry touching, but I wanted mine to not be touching. All right, and then last, let's give her little bow. Let's give her little bow because she's a little girl. She's a little girl. So like I said, this was just a piece from my stash that would work because the color works and it has the snowflakes. So we'll make her a cute little bow. Hopefully, let's just make the bow and see. Because there's not a lot of area to work with up there, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try because I like me a big bow, you guys. I like me a big bow. I'm not gonna lie. And that was just enough ribbon to do 2 loops on either side, guys. Love it when a plan works. I love it when a plan comes together. It was just enough ribbon to do 2 loops. Okay, so come in with my little baby zip tie to hold my ribbon together. And zip it. I love using these little baby zip ties from Lowe's Home Improvement to hold my bows together. Then the little knob that it leaves in the back, you could stick that right in your clay and that helps hold it too. All right, the one end, let's cut, make it pretty. trim this other end down a little bit too. Okay. And then I pulled a few cabochons to put in the middle. But I don't know if I'll even need it. So let's bring her back. Oh, you know what I want to do, guys? I do want to add a tiny little bit of pink inside her little mouth. This is my smallest. So cute! Oh my gosh! All right, and then her bow. Give her her bow up top. And sometimes, guys, you have seen me in the past put the tails going upward so they don't go down into your character's face. I feel like this one, we are going to do that with her. All right. So that little nub right there from the zip tie is going to help hold it into the clay. I'm going to push it right into the clay. I'm going to put super glue all around that little plastic zip tie. And then for quick hold, for just right now, on the fabric part, I'll put a little bit of hot glue. And I'm going to watch where I'm putting it and add that to the top of her little head. And hold it, hold it, hold it. Normally I would wait until the clay dried some more, but I know you guys wanted to see. I will fuss with the bow more after my clay has some time to dry. I don't want to fuss with it too much now because the clay is so wet, it's gonna mess the clay up. But I can come back in. I have this little snowflake cabochon, I can add that, or I have this cute little snowman cabochon, I can add that. But I feel like I'm gonna wait, guys, because the clay is so wet and I really don't want to keep pushing on it because it's gonna mess those ears up. So let's take a vote. Who would like the snowflake cabochon? And who would like the snowman cabochon? In there. Maybe the snowflake one. She's cute though, right? She's cute. She came out adorable. Then I'll put a little, what do you call it? Cotter pin in the top of her head. And you could put a ribbon or a little hanger. You could get these from Hobby Lobby and then hang her on your little winter tree. She's cute. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I'll be back on at 2 p.m. this afternoon for a live sale. And I'm going to be sharing some handmade goodies that I have left, deep discounts. Yeah, Cheryl, go back in and watch the replay. Cute bow, right? It was just a little snippet of fabric I had left in my stash, and it was the perfect size to make a bow for our sweet little girl. Pretty colors, right, Deb? Pretty colors, yeah. My aqua and my pink, my go-to colors. The snowflake, okay, that's what we'll do, Tina. All right, guys, I do believe my friend Christine from I'm Snow Crafty is up next. I'll pull up the lineup to double check and make sure I'm not giving you bad information. Sometimes our lineup wiggles around based on people's availability. Most often it stays the same though. Yep, Christine from I'm Snow Crafty is up next. After her is my friend Maureen from Home for Every Season. Next at 2 p.m. Eastern is Marissa from Das Craft Boutique. 3 p.m. is Michelle Glitzy Yaya. 4 p.m. is Cultivating Keepsakes Eden. Then at 6 p.m. is Maria from A to Z Crafts. 7 p.m. is my friend Leanne from Sugarworks Fakery. 8 p.m. is Shay from Shay's Creation. And 9 p.m. tonight is our unique touch, Lauren. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. And if you could pop in it too for my live sale, I appreciate it. And I'll see you then. Bye, guys.